Do you want to know how to increase your waiver if you're an IDD client? Well, today I'm going to tell you. My name is Tony Stewart. I am the director and CEO of Friends for Life, and I've been doing this for over 20 years. I've seen multiple people lose their waiver before, and I've talked about that in another video, but I've also seen people with short waivers increase their waivers. And this is basically how you're going to do it. First, if you have a waiver, utilize that waiver. Like I said in the other video, one of the quickest ways to not do it, to not utilize it and to lose it is to not use it. So if you're only getting 4 hours, even 4 hours a month, utilize those 4 hours. It doesn't have to be 1 hour a day. Maybe it's just from one outing a month and you can spend some time. But the truth of the matter is, as we age, as we continue to move forward in life, just like everyone, things become a little tougher. We start deteriorating. We become a little more needy on others. And this is not uncommon in the IDD world and people with developmental disabilities. So if you're utilizing your waiver, that's going to really help the county boards or the state know that you care, that you have a waiver. Documentation. All the documentation that you need will be, actually, it'll be extensive. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you are going through processes of, let's say, medical needs and medical changes, they're going to want to see what doctors are saying what. So make sure that you are consistently seeing your physician. You might need stuff from your PCP, which is your primary care physician, or you might need things from a specialist. I have seen people deteriorate to the point that they begin to lose limbs because of diabetes. They begin to lose functions due to neurological reasons. I've pretty much seen it all. One individual I served, perfectly fine vision 1 year. The next year, deteriorated so much he was declared legally blind. The next year after that, he was completely blind. And those things can change rapidly and dramatically. So you want to make sure that you have your documentation and showing that there's reasonable cause for you to have more hours. Ask for hours slowly. Sometimes we start in the process, like you're getting the 4 hours a week and you're saying, oh, I need 168 hours now. And for anyone who does math, please put it in the comments and let me know how many hours a week that is and how many days a week that is. That's not always the case unless there's something dramatic that happens. Now, if there is a dramatic change, the county boards and the state typically will help increase the waiver short term to help either get you back on your feet and get you back moving to your baseline. But for us not to have anything detrimental happen, it's going to be a lot harder to get those things accomplished. Incident reports. Now, this is more for some of your agency providers and stuff. If you do have an agency provider and you are asking for more hours and they're saying that they really can't give them to you, you can ask them if they can write an incident report about it. Once those incident reports are stacked up and they're sent to the county and the state, somebody's going to take a look and say, hey, why do we have so many of these? And then your case will be brought up in order for you to have those options to have more staffing and get the help and stuff that you need. You want to probably be as specific as you can in the incident reports. And if you're an agency provider listening to this, you want to be very detailed. You want to know the day that the individual is calling. You want to know why they're calling. You want to know the time that they're calling and the urgency of which the call is. For example, if you are an individual who you've typically had your own way of toileting yourself and showering on your own, and all of a sudden you can't do that the same, and then all of a sudden you're sitting in feces and you have urine all over yourself, that is a health and safety risk because that can cause UTIs and all kind of other unimaginable issues. So you would like to have those things documented so if in an emergency situation, you can be cared for, or it can become more of a consistent. Now, quick pro tip for agency providers. Sometimes just bite the bullet to help your individual. If you have somebody sitting there in their own feces or they're hurt and they're terribly uncomfortable, please send someone to go help them. Thumbs up that if you guys believe that we should be doing the bare minimum for humanity, like I always say. Check and see if there's waiver add-ons. Here in Ohio, we have a lot of waiver add-ons, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot in other states as well. But if you are medically fragile, there's an add-on for that. If you have behavioral health issues, there's an add-on for that. If you are immobilized, there's an increase for most things needed. Not only will those increases or those add-ons help retain staff, it should even help with the waiver being approved for more hours. Know what your expectations are for staffing. Some individuals can utilize remote supports and increase those hours quicker than they could actual physical person hours. The truth is, we're still in a sort of staffing crisis crunch. We are constantly bringing in new people that do this work and want to try it out, but it is not meant for everyone to do as well as they believe that they can do it because they don't really want to. And I know that might sound kind of harsh. It might sound a little pessimistic, but the odds are really 1 in 5 of staffing that I've seen. Now, these are my numbers. I don't know how your companies run. I don't know how you as a client or you as an agency provider, how you're seeing things go. But 1 in 5 of our employees tend to have the actual passion, guidance, and care to do this full time, day in and day out, and really, really service the people we serve. Well, I guess that's about it for today. I hope this information was helpful. Drop us some comments and let me know if there's anything else that you can think of to help get your waiver increased, or if you're a DD provider, anything that you've done to help get an individual an increase. But until next time, thank you.
I'm Dr. Craig Escude, President of Intellectability. State developmental disability agencies, managed care organizations, and providers across the United States use Intellectability's health risk screening tool, e-learn courses, and person-centered training to improve health equity for people with IDD. Visit replacingrisks.com to learn more about how you can employ these tools with people you support.
Making sure that individuals are reaching the goals they have set for themselves. That's one of the many goals of Assured Health Services. If you're looking for a residential care provider or searching for ADS services, Assured Health is your go-to place. Assured Health, helping others succeed. Learn more at assuredhealthohio.com or call 494-442-8066. The Reliable Drug and Alcohol Testing Clinic is a leading provider and convenient source of pre-employment and occupational testing. Their clinic provides services to a wide range of private businesses, healthcare facilities, and municipal and county courts. Reliable as an independent, locally owned clinic, as a result, they provide services at a lower cost than major hospitals. Enjoy faster turnaround times on test results and eliminate the long waits typically incurred at larger facilities. To learn more, visit reliabledrugtest.com. THS Remote Supports is clearly focused on improving independent living through dynamic and personalized services. Their systems have been carefully developed and perfected to ensure that everyone receives the best care through the least intrusive means possible. Located in Cincinnati, Ohio, they've spent over 20 years providing in-home supports to individuals with disabilities. If you or someone you know is looking for a remote service provider, go to thsrss.com or call 513-882-9828.